Hi everyone, welcome to Second Act with Kat. If you're new here, this channel is all about kind of reinventing yourself and going through midlife changes in your life. People that are in their 40s, 50s, any ages, you're more than welcome here. But what we really talk about is life changes, your body changing as you're entering midlife, and eating right, exercising, things to just kind of help you get through the stress of life and everything like that. So I thought I'd share. I'm about to make dinner. It's a little after 6 here, and I'm throwing together a little meal in the Instant Pot. And I'm going to do a quick exercise workout. I might show that too as well. And then relax for the rest of the evening. It's Saturday night, so I'm ready to just relax. I had a long week at work. Work's going well. For those that have heard, I had gotten laid off last year, and after a long struggle looking for a job, I kind of took a step back and starting a new career in a field that's different, kind of health related. And so big step back in there, but I'm learning something completely different. And I'm finally getting into the rhythm and feeling comfortable with what I'm doing, and it's going well. I'm doing well at the job, feeling good about it. The commute is a struggle, and that's because of Michigan winter. So, oh my gosh, it's February, and I'm hoping that we're through the worst of it, because I'm ready to be done with it. And there are some more things in the background that I've been working on regarding career. So I'm hoping I have some new updates to bring to. But anyways, what I just want to get to is let's do cooking some steak bites. I also want to share, I just went to Sam's Club and I bought sirloin steaks. There was 6 of them in the pack and it cost $37. Can't remember how many pounds that was, but they're decent size. I don't know if you can see. There's 3 of them in here right now. So I just used my vacuum sealer and I broke the pack. So I told you there was 6 steaks in there. With it coming to $37, that brings it to just a little over $6 a steak. So not bad for sirloins. And so I usually just seal them up in the vacuum sealer and then throw them down. I have a chest freezer in the basement. And so they're going to go down in the basement. And then I have the other pack too. So I have 2 packs of those. So there's 3 in each pack. And then for the steak bites, sometimes I use those, but I went to Aldi and I bought, this is a little over 2 pounds, and it's top sirloin too. So same thing, sirloin, but just a little bit bigger. And so I'm going to cut this up into little bites, and I'm going to put it in my Instant Pot that's right there. And so I'm just going to show you guys really quick. So, and then while it's cooking in the Instant Pot, like I said, I'm going to do a quick workout. We'll probably eat a little late, but I did a whole house cleaning, because I can't do that during the week. And then I went to Costco, Sam's Club, Meijer, and Aldi already this afternoon. So it's been a busy day. I don't know why I'm even going to try to throw a workout in there because I'm crazy, I guess. But let's get started. Let's do some cooking. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the Instant Pot, but it's like garlic butter steak bites. So I'm going to put some butter in there too. So it's just going to be a little bit of oil, and then I'm going to get them sauteing, but I'm also going to put a little bit of butter in there too as well. Okay. And then I did cut up, I'm going to turn you guys down so you can see what's going on. It's a little severe, and then I'm going to scoot this over. There we go. We'll just move some things out of the way. But yeah, my microphone is on. Sorry if that was loud. And yeah, so onions. I cut up half an onion, and I'm going to put that in the Instant Pot. I'll come over here. I'll show you my Instant Pot. You guys can see it all right. And I am going to, there we go. Put it on saute. It's on custom. That's the temperature. So it's in the middle. That's perfect. 5 minutes. That's great for the saute. Oops. Hello. That's fine. No big deal. Oh, there we go. Now 5 minutes. And then hit start. Okay. So now it's heating up. And then we're going to go back to, I'm going to put There you go. I'm going to put the onion in there. All right, and then I'm going to cut up that sirloin. So we'll bring over the sirloin. Hopefully it's not too messy, because I did not get the biggest cutting board, that's for sure. And there's actually not a lot to this recipe. So there's going to be a couple tablespoons of butter. And then I just use a steak seasoning, and it's really clean ingredients. I kind of share with you guys what is in the steak seasoning. It's by Yellowstone, so I'll show you the bottle in a second. I'll definitely have to wash my hands. Oh my gosh, I just made the biggest mess. Like all the drippings just came out. I'm trying to use the hand that's clean. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you guys didn't see the big mess that I made. Okay, so I am going to cut these up into bites, and I find that the scissors work the best. This is actually going to roll out pretty flat. And then I'll let some of that fat be in here too, because it gives it flavor. And then just have them in like decent size, pretty big, because it kind of shrinks up a little bit as it's cooking. And then I'll just do them in strips and then do it into bite size. And then you can hear it. And the onions are already in there. I got the oil in there. And then as soon as I get this all done, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in there too. Then I'll give it a good stir, let everything brown up. And then I will put some garlic in there, the steak seasoning, and broth, because when you're using the Instant Pot, you need to have some liquids in there in order for it to come to pressure. And these come out super, super tender. And then we'll have, I think I'm going to make green beans, but we'll do like a vegetable. All right, this got a lot of fat, so I think I'm going to cut okay. And then I'll just leave that out. Okay, tomorrow is Super Bowl, and I kind of forgot about it. I'm not really big into sports. And my husband and I, he probably will want to turn on the game for a little bit and watch. But I wasn't really even thinking about Super Bowl, and then it was this weekend. So I have no idea what I'm going to do for dinner. And then I found out my son has to work, so he won't be here. So might be, I kind of had a craving for shrimp. And I thought that sounded good. So maybe I'll do some shrimp. This had a lot of fat, so I'm going to actually just remove that. And then again, that's all fat there. Okay, we're almost done. And then I definitely want to wash my hands. I had a lot of fat on it, but some of the fat will just kind of fall off as it's cooking. Because that's how the Instant Pot just makes everything so tender and just falling apart. And then this is a lot of fat right here. That's like too much. Oops, I just cut a little bit more off than I wanted. Okay, here we go. And it's like a decent amount, so I'm hoping it's enough for 3 of us. Okay, that's all done. And I'm gonna, okay, so we're starting back up again. I just washed my hands. We just finished cutting up all the sirloin steak, and sorry it might be loud, as I saute. I'm going to give it a good stir. The onions are in here, and there's a little over 2 pounds of sirloin steak cut up into bites. And then now we are going to add to it, not much. We're going to add some steak seasoning in here. So I mentioned that I was going to talk about it. This one is by Yellowstone, and it's called Cattleman Steak Seasoning and Rub. And let's see if I can read it. Oh, here we go. So ingredients: sea salt, dried garlic, black pepper, toasted minced onion, smoked paprika, dill seed, red pepper, red bell pepper. So red pepper and red bell pepper. All right. So good, clean ingredients, not bad. There's not all the like different kinds of sugars and stuff like that you see in some of the seasonings in there. So I really like that about that one. And it calls for 2 tablespoons of the steak seasoning. And I see my battery is dying on the camera, so we really need to hurry up. So I got 1 and 2. And then I'm going to rinse that off, and then we're going to put some garlic in there. All right, and if anybody's seen me do any cooking, I cheat. It's just so much easier. This is organic though, so I just get minced onions that way. It calls for 2 garlic cloves. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. I love garlic, so I have like a tablespoon, and that'll be close enough. Then I need 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball that. So I'll do 1, 2, and then I'll give it a good stir. And then I just opened a can of beef broth. It calls for 1/2 cup. I'm probably going to do a little bit more than that because every time when I open one of these cans up, I will store it in the fridge, what's left of it, and then it goes bad and I end up dumping it. So I'll just do, I did like 1/2 can. So I have the garlic in there, the steak seasoning in there, there's onions in there. Did I say the butter? That should be about it. I'll give it a good stir. And then you just put it to pressure for 9 minutes. That's it. And then my pressure cooker will just go to warm, and I can just leave it because I told you I was going to do a workout. So I'll just leave it in the pressure cooker until I'm ready to release the pressure, or it'll just start self-releasing the pressure on its own. And that's totally fine too. So that works as well. So I will show you guys, I'll pick back up and I'll either show you guys finished product, or I'll definitely put a picture in there as to what the finished product was and what we ended up eating for dinner. I'm going to saute some green beans. I just bought, here, I'll show you what I bought. These are from Costco. Oh my gosh, love them. They're so good. It's such an easy way. The green beans are all cut, and all you have to do is throw them in a saute pan, put a little butter in there. I season them at the end. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of water in there just to kind of give them steam and put the lid on there too at the end. And they're so good. A giant bag. This is 5 pounds. 5 pounds of green beans. And I forgot how much it is. It's not expensive at all. It's really affordable. It's got a good seal on here, like a Ziploc kind of seal on there. So I haven't opened it yet, but just bought it. And love these. So, and then I usually at Costco will also buy the bags of organic broccoli that are frozen. They're in, you can microwave them, or you just pull them out of the steamer bags and then cook them on your stove if you want to as well, or roast them in the oven, whatever you prefer. But just some easy options to kind of help out with making your meals go a little bit faster without having to do so much work, but yet you're still eating clean ingredients that are healthy for you. So just some good suggestions in there. All right, we're going to pick back up again. I think I'll show you guys a little bit of the workout that I'm going to do. I mentioned in one of my last videos that I have been following, so I love Tracy Steen. If you've not seen some of her videos. I'm 51, and I want to say she's like 2 or 3 years older than I am. So it's somebody that's in their 50s. So when you're watching her workout, I feel like realistic. You know, she's my age, and you know, she's actually older. So if she can do it, I can do it. And her workout videos, the lengths are really good. And even the videos her son puts out are really, really good too. And they're easy to follow, and I really enjoy them. So I have picked up Stratton's 4.0 strength training, and I've been working on that series. So I think I'll show one of the videos from there on the workout that I'll do. And I'll kind of break it down as to what I ended up doing, what the focus was, because some of it's legs, some of it's arms, or sometimes it's a full body. I don't even remember what the workout is for today. So I know it's a little bit of a longer one. So again, dinner will be late. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. So I showed you guys everything and I was like, oh, I'm done. No, I'm not done. Salt and pepper still need to go in here. So real quick, it just says salt and pepper to taste in the recipe that I'm using. And as often what I say is that this recipe, I will put it in and share how to make the recipe, but it's not my recipe. And so I will share where I got it. I'm just doing a half teaspoon of pepper. And then I'm going to do about a teaspoon of salt. This is the Redmond's, I think it's sea salt. Thai minerals, nice and pink. Okay, now it's ready. So good thing I double checked. I would have been like, where's the flavor? I mean, granted, it did have the steak seasoning in there, but I think it would have been a little lacking on flavor. So, okay. I will pick back up again. I'll show a picture of how the steak bites turned out. They're always good. Nice, easy meal, and I love anything in the pressure cooker. All right, on my microphone, I had to unplug it because I plugged in my charger so that it could get charging. And I thought I'd also show really quick. I'll have to look up how much this cost. But this was a jacket that I got at Costco today. It was like a little over $20, I think. I'll put it up. I'll look up and try to find it and see if I can put a link in there. But it feels like that nice scuba material, and it's longer. It's kind of like almost tunic style, and then it's like gathered at the waist. I got a medium. I haven't even tried it on, so it's my first time trying it on, and it feels so good. I love that scuba material. And oh, it's got I told you it's like cinched in at the waist. It's got these really nice, so it's like elastic in there and it's adjustable, and these are metal in here, the little adjusters. So can you see that? Sorry, I'm like rubbing up against a chair with the zipper. So you can cinch these in. Nice size collar. Yes, I'll be removing this. I just wanted to try it on and make sure it fit all right. Feels good. So let's see, can you guys see me? Get an idea on the length. Covers the butt. You can hear me. I know I have no microphone on. Nice zipper. Metal, not plastic. Silver. They had it in black. Gray. I got the gray. I'm trying to think it was like a cream or white. It's like a creamy white. I'll go with that. Length is great. I love the length. I think I could even like maybe wear it at work. Maybe a little bit casual, but I think it'd be if I wore something like a stripy long sleeve or something like that. I'll get this tag out of here. I really like it. Pockets. So yeah, the fit is good. I'm happy with it. So, all right, let's splurge. I'm gonna work out. Dinner's really gonna be late. Oops. So here we go. All right, so I'm starting the workout. It is a 45-minute workout. 41 minutes of workout and probably about 4 minutes of some kind of talking in there, and then the cool down in there too as well. And so we're gonna do that real quick and not about 45 minutes. quick as that can be. So, and focus on legs and abs. So I might have to get creative with the camera so that you can see everything, because I had the feeling I might be down a little bit low. But I'll try to turn it so that you can see. I'm trying to decide if I can move my chair. Oops, there's a cat down there. So Pumpkin has decided she wants to be part of the workout. I already fed her dinner, but sometimes she's like, she'll eat dinner and then she's like, I want more. So she's in the I want more. So she's already been fed. All right. So I mentioned earlier this workout was legs and abs, and man, did I feel it. It was a 45-minute workout, and that's including the warm up in there and cool down. The video says 41 minutes in there, but that's also it's keeping in mind that there's a few minutes for the warm up and the cool down, like I said, and there's some additional talking in there too. But basically, it's 45 minutes, and man, did I feel it. My legs got a great workout. My abs did too at the very end of it. And it was a short ab workout, but I was really feeling it. Plus, at that point, I was already so sweaty. And then, as you guys, I mentioned earlier in the video, I was planning, dinner was cooking while I was doing this workout. So I worked up an appetite for sure. My workouts are typically about 35 minutes, sometimes 40. So 45 minutes was a little bit longer. So that worked out good that it was on the weekend. Although I packed in a lot that Saturday, all that shopping, cleaning the house, and then throwing together dinner and not having dinner and me, and then doing this workout. So no wonder I felt it. And it felt good that evening to just relax. I did get on the walking pad. So you guys can see my walking pad in there. I got on that for about 15 minutes after dinner. And I really recommend that. After a meal, it just feels good to get a walk in, and I recommend doing that.